Hello everyone, welcome to the 100 days of code, and I have planned to start this 100 days of code challenge. So what I'll be doing is every day I'll be solving one question, like any random question, and I'll be explaining how to write the code and all. And so since this is the first day, we'll be starting with the basics of C++. We'll quickly go through the basics. They are not much, they are very easy. So in C++, we will first discuss about the input and output, how to take the input and output, and then we'll discuss about the variables and the data types. Then we'll see about the arrays and the loops, and then the conditional statements. And after these basic concepts, if in any question any other concept comes, we'll be discussing that at that time. Okay, but let's get started with the first basics. Okay, so how to take the input and the output in the C++. So let me create a new file here. Okay, so I'll save this file. Okay, now first when we write any program, we have to write hash include iostream. Okay, this is the hashtag, and after that we have to, this is the header file, and after that we have to write using namespace std. We'll discuss about these things in the later videos, and but for now we'll focus on the basics. Okay, we'll write int main here, and we'll have return 0. Okay, these are some of the basics. So how to take the input and output. Okay, first we will discuss about the output. For output, you have to use the word cout. So I'll write here. For input, we'll be using cin, and for output, we'll be using cout. I'll show you how to use these two words here. So for taking in the input, first let's initialize a variable. Okay, but before that, variable comes after the some of the time. So let's see cout apple. Okay, so if I run this program, sorry, it's in C file it is stored, so let me save it as C++ .cpp. okay, save. All right, now let's run the program. And see here, it's the output is apple. Okay, so whatever we write here, that will be outputted. Okay, this is how you output cout, then this symbol here, and after that we'll be using the whatever we want in double quotes. Okay, we can output numbers also, like by using a variable, which we'll be looking after some time. Okay, now if you want to take if you want to take some input, what we'll be doing is if you want to take some input, first we have to create a variable x. We'll be discussing about it. Now in the x I can store integer values. Okay, now cout I can print the message as enter any number. Okay, and after that we can take the value in x, and after that we can print the number is that number will be printed like this. Okay, so let's see how run the program and see. First let's close it, and now let's run the program. It's asking me to enter any number. Okay, I'll be entering like 4. Okay, so the output will be the number is 4. So 4 when I entered, that is stored in x by using cin symbol, and after that the number is, then that number will be output. Okay, this is how you do the input output operation. Okay, as we solve more questions, this will become more familiar to you, so don't worry. What are variables? Variables is used to store some values. Okay, like int x is used to store integer values. In x we can have any number, like I stored like 4 here. And if you want to store any character values, like any letters, we can use char ch is equal to, like you can store any number, any letter or symbol like a. Okay, and if I output if I write the letter is, and after that I output ch, it will output me the letter which is a. Okay, so let's run the program. See, the letter is a is getting output. Okay, all right, this for the character, and we can store the decimal values also by using float. Float is the keyword used for the decimal values. and float f is equal to, like, we can store 1.2. okay, if I output f, it will be output as 1.2. Then we need to know about bool. Bool can store either true or false. okay, true is represented by 1 and false is represented by 0. okay, we can either store true or false. okay, this will be looking in the questions. It has some applications. So this all about the variables and data types. Now let's move on to the arrays. In arrays, what we have is we can store multiple values together. okay, so if I create ARR as with the space of 5 and I write here like 1 2 3 4 5. okay, so an array will be created with 5 integers. okay, now if I use a for loop for outputting the values, what it will do is, first let's see here, we can output the array value at position 0. okay, so the index 0 will have this value here. The index are stored like 0 1 2 3 4. okay, these are the indices, and if I output array of 0, what it will output is 1. okay, the first number. okay, 1. And if I want to output the second number, I can do like array of 2. like array of 2 will output 3 because it's the second index, 0 1 and 2 3. okay, so in that way the array works. And we can use a for loop also. We can have a variable here which will be looking now for the loops here. So basically this is an array which we can store multiple values. If you want the array of characters, we can store the letters, like for example char array of 5, and here we can have like A, then here we can have B, and here we can have C. okay, for now let's keep it this much only, and let's try to print the value of array of 2. Guess what will the array of 2 print? It will print C. okay, so C is the 0 1 2, like index 0, index 1 and index 2, so it will output as C. okay, so this is basically the character array. And I forgot to tell one thing, like we can store string values also. String can contain like your name or any other like more number of characters. okay, so if I type my name here and I output like my name, it will output. okay, it's a collection of characters. And I can use string to output. Here I forgot to put semicolon, and here I can output the each place also, like name of 0, name of 1, name of 2, like that. okay, see here my name is getting printed. If I want to just print the first alphabet, okay, that's the index 0, so I'll write as name of 0. Now if I run the program, it will output A. okay, that's the 0th index. okay, that will output as A. okay, in the same way I can output any of these. Just the thing is that I need to know the index number, like 0 1 2 3 and 4. okay, so this is about the data types and arrays. And now let's discuss quickly about the loops and the conditional statements. So how the loops work is, we have 3 loops basically. We'll be discussing each one by one. For loop is used for, we can have I is equal to 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. okay, and in that we can have cout I. okay, now what it will do is, I'll be explaining what is end L. So before that, we can cut this now. Now see here, array will the number will start from 0, then it will go till 10, and each time it will iterate by 1. okay, means 1 2 3 4, like that it will go. okay, so at each time I am outputting the value of I. okay, so it will start from 0 1 2, like that it will be printed. So let's see the output here. End L will, what it will do, after printing I, it will start from the next line. okay, so it will be printed in 0, then next line 1, in next line 2 till 9. okay, since I put here like less than 10, it will print till 9 only. okay, like that we can have the same thing by using a while loop also. How can do is using while loop, while I is less than 10, simple cout I. okay, and we can have end L, and here we'll have I plus plus. okay, so I's value will be incremented, and before that we need to initialize I as 0. Now let's run the program. It will give the same output. 0 to 9, and we can have the do while also. It's the same thing here, but except that we have in do while, what will be the difference is, In do while, what will be the difference is it will perform the operation once, and after that it will check the condition. Okay, so anyway, even if the value of I is like 99, it will still output one time. Okay, let's run the program now. It will output the value of I as 99, then it will check the condition and it will not execute again. Okay, so see here 99 comes, and after that the execution stops because 99 is here, and it becomes 100, and 100 is less than 10, it's false, so it will come out of this loop. Okay, so in the same way, if you have like I is equal to 0, it will output from 0 to 9. Okay, zero to 9. Okay, this is about the loops, and finally we have the conditional statements. It's very easy. We have like first conditional statement is if. Okay, now if I write int age is equal to like 17, and if I write a condition like if age is greater than or equal to 18, then cout eligible to vote. Okay, if I type like this and I try to run the program, will it print the output or not? Will this statement get print or not? Nothing is getting printed. Why? Because age is, now I have initialized as 17. It will only get print when it will be greater than or equal to 18. Okay, so this will not run here. And we can similarly have like 20. In this case, it will output this line. Okay, eligible to vote. Now if you have multiple conditions like for example, if you have char grade is equal to, like if I suppose I have C. Okay, that's the marks of any student. Okay, and if I write if grade is equal to A, then we can have here outstanding. Okay, outstanding. Else if grade is not A, but else if we can use grade equal to B. If grade is equal to B, what should be the output? It should be excellent. Okay, okay, and finally we'll have else cout means if it's C, at that time what it should output, like good. Okay, so in this case what will be the output? Grade is initialized as C and it will check for A and B, it will be false, therefore it will output as good. Okay, good. Now if I output if I change this value as A, then in that case what will be the output? Outstanding. Okay, so this is pretty much it about the last one, which is the loop and the conditional statements. We have the switch statement also. We'll be looking when we'll be solving that question. Okay, so for now let's get started with the question. The first question for the day, which is write a program to convert a number to words. Okay, so let me give you a brief overview of what the program is. In this program, we have to enter any number like 1 or 2 or 3, any number we have to enter, and it should output as 1. If I enter as 1, it will output as 1. If I output as 13, it will if I input as 13, it should output as 13. Okay, in that way how can we design a program? And this for only in the numbers from 0 to 100. Alright, from 0 to 100 it takes the values, and if we enter any value less than 0 or greater than 100, it will output as invalid number. Okay, so let's see the execution of the final program, how it is, then we'll discuss the code. It's asking me to enter a number between 0 to 100 to convert to words. Okay, now if I enter like 6, it will output as 6, and it will ask me want to enter more. 1 means yes and 0 means no. Okay, if I type as 1, it will ask me again. Now I can enter like 77, it will output as 77. Okay, so how to do this program? Now let's see. If I enter any value like -1, it will not show anything. Okay, it's an invalid number, so it will skip that iteration. If I enter like 101, it will show wrong number chosen. Okay, so yeah, that's it about this execution. Now let's exit the program. If I type as 0, it will stop the execution. Okay, let's discuss the code. At starting it might look a bit more, but I'll explain it bit by bit. Okay, so here we have the hash means a header file. Here we have the header file as bits/standard c++.h. It will include like most of the header files which are used, so we need not include each one by one. And we have here we have using namespace std, and the int main starts from here. Okay, so this is the code here with if else statement. It's very easy code. Now let's see. I have just made the use of some arrays here. 2 arrays I have made, and in that I have used 2 arrays, and after that I have taken the input which number I want to take, and after that we have if else for checking which category the number lies to, and finally we'll ask for any more numbers you want to enter or not. Okay, so let's see the program. I have initialized the string array1, which has the strings from 0, 1, 2 till 19. Okay, so if any of the number comes from, see what are the possibilities. The number can be from 0 to 19, this first category. Second category, it can be like 20, 30, 40, like that till 100. Okay, that is the second category. And third category is 21 or 34, like that, the numbers in between them. Okay, so we'll handle each category one by one. Okay, if the number is from 0 to 19, what we can do is print out the array of that number. Okay, like if I suppose that I enter the value as 1, num is equal to 1. Suppose that num is equal to 1. Num is equal to 1 should print me 1, one. Okay, where is one present? It's present here. Okay, this which index? 0 and 1. This first index of the second index of this array. Here if I type as array1 of 1, it will output me this one. Okay, because the index value start from 0, 1, 2, 3, like that it goes. So if the number is 1, if I output array1 of num, it will output this text here. Okay, so we can handle the numbers from 0 to 19 in this way. Okay, that's done. That's the same thing I have written here. And the second possibility is the numbers which are 20, 30, 40, like that. Okay, so we can write those. We have the I have initialized the array for I've initialized the array for the numbers 20, 30, 40, like that till 100. And how we can output that is we can check if the number is divisible by 10 or not. Firstly, we'll check if the number is 100. Here I have taken the input and I have the while loop here. For each iteration, it will ask enter a number 0 to 100, and we'll take the number here. If the number is 100, that's seen first. If it's 100, I'll output this value. This is which value? 8 index and array2 of 8. So I'll output array2 of 8. Okay, so if I enter 100, it will output array2 of 8, which is 100. Okay, next, if the number is greater than 100 or if the number is less than 0, it will output as wrong number chosen. Okay, next, what is the possibility? We'll check if the number is less than 20. That's the first category. If the number is less than 20, we can output directly array1 of num, so that index will be printed, right? Array1 of num will print that which index we want. That number is that number's word equivalent is present here. Okay, and after that, if this is not the case, that's done. And here we have the numbers till 90. Okay, how we can check that? Here we can check if the number is divisible by 10. If the number is divisible by 10, at that time I can output array2 of num divided by 10. What will num divided by 10 give me? Okay, see here, num divided by 10 is whatever number I enter. Suppose that I enter 30. 30 by 10 will give me 3, and then what I have done, 3 minus 2. Why I have taken 2? Because to get the index. Okay, what is 3 minus 2? 3 minus 2 is 1. So array2 of 1 will have 30. Okay, this I have checked already, like which index it should lie, so what number I have to subtract. In that way I have taken these numbers. Okay, for example, if I take 40, Okay, what will 40 divided by 10 give me? 40 by 10 first will get calculated, it will give me 4, then 4 minus 2. What is 4 minus 2? 2. What is array 2 of 2, which is 0, 1 and 2? This is 40, so it will output as 40. Okay, so in that way I have initialized the numbers to handle these outputs. Okay, and we have the other numbers which lie between like 21 till 99. Okay, so in between those numbers, except these divisible by 10 numbers. Okay, how to output this one? For example, if I output like if I get the number as 45, what is it comprised of? Firstly 40, right, 40, then 5. I have to output these two strings, 40 then 5. How can I output these two strings? Where are these two strings present? This is present at this location and 5 is present at this location. First I will output this one, then this one. Okay, so basically I have to output two strings. Okay, so what I will do is 45 can be written as, I can separate the digits 4 and 5. How to get 4? If you do divided by 10, it will give me 4. Okay, see here 45 is there, right? What I can do is I can write 45 divided by 10. In C++ it will give me 4. Okay, the next thing I can do is this one. This will give me 4. I can output 4 by using the index number. And the next thing I will do is 45 modulus 10. What does modulus give? Modulus will give me the last digit, which is 5. So it will output me as 5. So when I got these two digits, I'll store it as the first digit, okay, FST, and the last digit, LST. Okay, I've got first digit and last digit. How to output these two? First I have to output 40, then 5. If I have 4 here, how can I output 40? If I have 4 here, how can I output 40? Where is 4 stored? If I got here the number as 4, which is the first digit, I can output 40 as by index number. If I get here 4, the index number is 2. See here 0, 1, 2. So I'll subtract this by 2 to get the index number. That will give me index number. Index number. Alright. So in that way I can, for example, if I get like instead of 45, I will get 75. What is 75 divided by 10? It is 7. Then I will do 7 minus 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. Which is the index 5? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I output array 2 of 5, it will give me 70. So first what will be printed is, in output 70 will be printed. Okay, and after that the LST is used. Okay, LST is for example here 7 was there, so 75 modulus 10 is 5. So if I output array 1 of 5, it will give me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, fifth index. Okay, fifth index is 5, so I'll get the output here as 5. So therefore I'll get the number 75 here. Okay, let's take one more example. If I get the number as any random number, 82. Okay, let's take 82. First I'll get 82 by 10 is equal to 8. Then I'll do minus 2. 8 minus 2 is the index number of array 2, which is 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That is 80. Okay, so first 80 will be printed. So let's write here 80. Okay, and the next one is, this one will give me 2. So what is array 1 of 2? Array 1 of 2 is 0, 1, 2, which is 2. So here we'll get as 2. So in that way I have written here the code. This for 100, 100 will print the array 2 of 8, which is 100. If the number is greater than 100 or less than 0, it will print a wrong number. And if it's less than 0, less than 20, it will output from array num of 1, array 1 of num, which is these strings here. And we have array 2 of num divided by 10 minus 2. By using this formula, we can get the index number of that particular number, like 20, 30, 40 and all. Okay, as I explained here. Okay, so in that way we can get number divided by 10 minus 2 and else we have the last digit and first digit. After getting those two values, we can output the first digit and the last digit. Okay, and after that it finally asks if you want to enter more. I can output input as 1 or 0. If it's 1, at that time it will be not 1. That means not 1 means false, so this will not execute. Okay, so break will not happen. If I enter here as 0, not 0 will become true, it will execute and it will break out of this loop. Okay, so in that way the program works, and that's pretty much it for the question of today. So thank you for watching. If you have any doubt, you can mail me at my email, and you can get the source code of this program in the description box of my GitHub account.